Hello everybody, how you doing? This is Mr. Dowse. This is going to be the video for lesson 1.5 over angles. And as a warm-up, I'm going to introduce you and show you how to measure angles using a protractor. So real quickly, a protractor is used to measure angles. And if you look at the left side, it starts at 0 and it counts all the way up to 180. If you look at the right side, it starts at 0 and it counts all the way up to 180. So depending on which side you use in the protractor, you want to make sure you start at 0 either way. And then if we look at an angle, angle is always going to be like made up of two rays. And so it's basically two rays that connect at one spot called the vertex. And so when you have the protractor, you always want to take this spot in the protractor that's open, and you always want to align that on top of the vertex of the angle. And then these two rays here are called the sides of the angle. You always want to take the vertex, set it on the open part here on the protractor, and you always want to turn the protractor and make either side, the left side or the right side of the protractor here where this line is, match up with and align exactly with one of the sides of the angle, like I just did right here. So the vertex is on the corner, and I'm going to take my protractor, I'm going to make this line overlap this ray, or this side of the angle. And when you do that, you start off at 0. And then notice how this angle goes from 0 and it goes to the left here. It goes 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. This is an 80-degree angle. That's the measure of this angle. You can always go the other way as well. You can start with either side of the angle here. So notice, again, this is on the vertex. I could bend the protractor the other way around, and we can make this straight line on the protractor match up with this ray or this side of the angle. And you'll notice, again, you always want to start at 0, and if you go 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, again, you get 80 degrees here, not 100, because we're starting at 0, so 0 to 80, this is still an 80-degree angle. And so that's the trick here. So if I look at this next angle here, angle 4, again, I'm going to put this open part of the protractor on the vertex. And then I'm going to make this flat side of the protractor match up with this side or this side of the angle. So I'm getting a glare in the protractor. That's why I kind of hesitated there. So I'm going to make those overlap. And that's going to be my 0. So 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. And then each of these tick marks is 1. And it looks like, yeah, that's right. I might have been off there. And so I get 121, 2, 3, 4, 125 degree angle. So this is 125 degrees. And then the last one here, do real quick. So again, we're going to put this little open part on the vertex. Sorry, it's getting caught on the paper up here. And I'm going to turn this. You always want the, you don't want to do this. You don't want to match this side of the angle with this side, because now we're measuring nothing here. We want to make sure we're measuring the distance between these two sides. So you always want to make sure that this right one is matching the bottom here, or the left one is matching the left side. So if I turn this around, we see that this is somewhere, there we go. It's at 10, 20, 21. It looks like it's about 22 degrees. So this measure is 22 degrees. And that's how you measure angles using a protractor.